Look at my daughter full makeup singing she's in love with an emo girl on TikTok, and I have no say nor approval. Hey, what do you think? Do you think this would be cool or not? You know what I mean? And I'm the one that made them cool.
He's 12 years old. She's 12. Walking around with a corset, the shortest mini skirt that you could have, and bright blue hair.
Hello? Hey, I just got a call from Playboy.
Kanye and Kim K are back at it. This time, their parenting feud is blowing up in public again. Kanye is threatening to drag Kim into court, claiming her choices with North are completely out of line. The spark? Viral photos of North popped up online, where fans said she was dressed way too grown for her age. Social media went wild, tearing Kim apart in the comments, accusing her of pushing her daughter into the spotlight instead of protecting her. Kanye jumped in fast, warning Kim that if she doesn't cut it out, his lawyers will step in. But that's just the surface. Kanye is now aiming his fire at Kris Jenner, claiming she's the mastermind behind it all. He's accusing Kris and Kim of running some shady plan to turn North into a brand, like she's a product instead of a kid. And if you know anything about the Kardashians' history, Kris has managed every major career launch in that family, from Kim's reality empire to Kylie's billion-dollar makeup line. So Kanye's accusations hit hard. He swears this isn't just about clothes. It's about control, money, and who gets to shape North's future. And the way Kanye's talking, this fight might not stay in the family. It could end up in a courtroom showdown. Kim Kardashian is under fire again, and this time, the internet is torching her for what 12-year-old North wore during a trip to Rome. North showed up rocking long blue hair, a full bead of makeup, a mini skirt, corset top, and chunky black boots, like she was headed to a nightclub instead of a family trip. The pictures went viral instantly, and fans are ripping Kim apart, calling her disturbing and gross, while accusing her of treating North like some fashion prop instead of a child. People are saying Kim is so desperate to be the cool mom that she's forgetting she's supposed to be the actual mom. Others even dragged up the old Balenciaga scandal, accusing Kim of basically putting her brand deals and image above her daughter's innocence. One fan didn't hold back, commenting, "She took her Balenciaga collab way too seriously, and she wonders why Kanye flipped about North being exposed online." And honestly, a lot of people are now saying Kanye was right to be mad about all this, even if his delivery was messy. But not everyone is giving Kanye a free pass. Critics are pointing out that he objectifies women constantly, from his lyrics to the way he parades his new wife Bianca in barely there outfits. And to make it messier, let's not forget when Kanye proudly had North collab with Diddy. The same Diddy caught on camera putting his hands on a woman. It's a wild back and forth, Kim's parenting, Kanye's hypocrisy, and North stuck in the middle of it all while the internet debates who's really protecting her. Back in March, Kanye stirred up chaos with a track he dropped called Lonely Roads, Still Go to Sunshine. In the caption, he hyped it up as a collab with Puff Daddy featuring his son King Combs, his daughter Northwest, and a new Yeezy artist from Chicago, Jasmine Williams. The song even opens with a phone call between Kanye and Diddy, where Diddy is literally thanking Kanye for taking care of his kids while he's locked up. From the jump, fans thought the whole thing felt off, but the second North's name got thrown into it, people were outraged. The internet came for Kanye hard, saying it was sickening to put North's voice and name next to Diddy, a man with a long trail of disturbing allegations involving women. With Diddy's reputation under fire in lawsuits and viral clips, fans couldn't believe Kanye thought pairing his daughter with him was even remotely okay. And here's where it gets even messier. Kim wasn't having it. Behind the scenes, she tried to pull the brakes, texting Kanye directly and telling him he can't just toss North on a track without her sign-off. Why? Because Kim legally owns the trademark for Northwest. That means Kanye can't use their daughter's name, image, or vocals for commercial projects unless Kim gives the green light. Basically, Kanye thought he was dropping a collab, but Kim had the paperwork to shut the whole thing down. Kim fired back at Kanye with receipts. She texted him, "I asked you at the time if I could trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her. So stop. I sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her. One person has to trademark sounds straightforward, right? But Kanye wasn't having it. He clapped back with pure fire, telling her, "Amend it or I'm going to war and neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You are going to have to kill me." That's not just a disagreement. That's a declaration of war inside the Kardashian-West empire. And here's the ugly truth. Both Kim and Kanye are spinning this like they're protecting North, but the motives look shady on both sides. Kim wasn't furious about Diddy being on the track. Let's be real, the Kardashians have been spotted at Diddy's parties for years. What really got her heated? Control over North's brand. Kim wants to be the only one cashing in on her daughter's name, image, and trademarks. Meanwhile, Kanye is out here talking about shielding North's innocence, but his track record makes people roll their eyes. He constantly objectifies women in his music, and he's defended men who've been accused of some of the worst things in Hollywood. It's the ultimate contradiction. So where does that leave North? Stuck between two parents more worried about power and image than her childhood. And now, the tension has reached a boiling point, because Kanye isn't just ranting this time. He's threatening to haul Kim into court over those viral photos of North in the corset and mini skirt. An insider told Globe magazine that Kanye is furious over North's new look, saying his 12-year-old daughter is way too young to be parading around like this. The source claimed Kanye warned Kim that if she doesn't put a stop to it, he'll unleash his lawyers on her. According to the insider, Kanye is spiraling, ranting that Kim has crossed the line and that he refuses to let it slide. But Kanye's rage doesn't stop at Kim. He's now pointing the finger at Kris Jenner, accusing her of being the puppet master behind North's public image. In Kanye's words, Kris has a twisted plan to mold North into the next Kim, even hinting at the kind of controversial stunts that once launched Kim into superstardom. To Kanye, Kris isn't just managing, she's plotting. And Kanye's accusations aren't new. Just a few months back, he unleashed a wild rant that didn't just target Kim, it dragged other celebs into the fire too. He shaded Beyonce and Jay-Z's twins with cruel comments, then went nuclear by accusing the Kardashians of shady dealings behind the scenes. What set him off that time? North was featured on a collab with English singer FKA Twigs. Kanye blasted the move online, writing, "Kim Kardashian is a trafficker. I don't like that Twigs has my daughter in her video dressing grown. I would have expected more from Twigs. It's F all you ninjas. My soul is black. And watch y'all don't believe me and just say I'm crazy." And now, Kanye is doubling down, claiming Kris Jenner is pulling strings not just with North, but even with Chicago, setting both girls up to be fed into the industry machine. Say what you want about Kanye, but when it comes to Kris Jenner, he might not be completely off base. Let's not forget, this is the same woman who was accused of sitting down and watching her own daughter's private tapes so she could pick the one that would make the biggest splash. And according to Ray J himself, Kris didn't just approve it, he claims she even suggested they film another tape just to get the perfect version to sell.
Got her handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. When you look at the two, when you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that say sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape or the second they've been trying to play me on, it called Santa Barbara Sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the mother and said, "Hey, we're gonna go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do." But you watched it and made a decision. And then you get on whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud.
Now pause and let that sink in. A mother allegedly coaching her daughter to create another private tape, then screening it like she's some kind of producer, all to flip it into a profit machine. That's not parenting, that's pure business. And it sets the stage for why so many people believe Kim is now following the same cold-blooded blueprint with her own daughters, turning them into brand extensions before they can even just be kids. And Kris's track record doesn't stop there. Remember when she pushed Kim into doing Playboy? Kim admitted she was uncomfortable showing too much skin, but Kris convinced her to do a second shoot and reveal even more. Years later, she pulled the same moves with Kylie, nudging her into provocative photo shoots at a young age, all in the name of empire building. So when Kanye rants about not wanting his daughters spending too much time around Kris, you can see why he feels Kris is less grandma and more Hollywood manager with dollar signs in her eyes. People close to Kanye are now saying he's convinced Kris Jenner is gearing up to run the same exact playbook on North and Chicago that she once ran on Kim and Kylie. In Kanye's mind, Kris doesn't see grandkids. She sees the next generation of Kardashian moneymakers, and he's been trying to block it from the jump. Remember when Kim first let North on TikTok? Kanye went off, ranting that he didn't want his daughter dancing around for millions of strangers on the internet. At the time, Kim dismissed him as controlling, like he was just being difficult for the sake of it. But if Kanye's theory holds weight, TikTok was just the beginning, a soft launch into the Kardashian-Jenner pipeline where every move eventually gets monetized. And let's be real, the receipts aren't hard to find. Back in June 2020, right before Kim filed for divorce, Kanye blasted Kris and Kim in a Twitter meltdown. He dragged up Kim's Playboy shoot and declared, "I put my life on the line for my children that North's mother would never sell her tape." Then he doubled down with another post. "I put my life on my God that North's mom would never photograph her doing Playboy." Those posts weren't just rants, they were warnings. Kanye was basically saying he saw history repeating itself. And now, with Kris allegedly pulling strings again, Kanye's inner circle claims he's terrified North and Chicago are being groomed as the new faces of the Kardashian empire, whether they want it or not. And that's on God. "I'm at the ranch, come and get me." That was one of Kanye's wildest rants in the middle of this family storm. And honestly, it sums up the chaos perfectly. At the end of the day, it's hard not to feel for North. On one side, you've got Kim dressing her like she's 21 instead of 12, brushing off criticism as if it's just hate. On the other side, Kanye is screaming about protecting her innocence. Yet he's the same one who put her name on a track with Diddy, a man buried under lawsuits and disturbing allegations. And then lurking in the background, Grandma Kris Jenner, the mastermind who built an empire by turning her own daughters into global brands, now accused of laying the same blueprint for the grandkids. Meanwhile, North can't even breathe without the internet dissecting her every move. Whether it's a new TikTok clip, a fashion outing, or just walking next to Kim, thousands of people online pick apart her looks and behavior like she's already a grown celebrity. She's still just a kid, but she's being pushed into the kind of spotlight most adults couldn't survive. Exactly the same path that once consumed Kim, Khloe, Kylie, and Kendall. And the receipts are right there. Back in 2019, Kim herself admitted on Keeping Up with the Kardashians that Kris was the driving force behind her Playboy shoot, even when she felt uncomfortable. Kris has also been caught trademarking the names of all Kim's kids, North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm, setting them up for future business ventures before they've even hit high school. That's why Kanye insists this isn't just about clothes or TikTok. It's about a machine preparing to use his daughters as the next generation of Kardashian cash cows. So the real question is, who's actually protecting North? Is Kanye exposing the truth about Kim being reckless with parenting decisions? Or is he just another hypocrite drowning in his own contradictions? And is Kris really grooming North into Kim K 2.0, whether she wants it or not? Drop your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.